All right. This is going to be a Paifu review of one of my ARML games. So, ARML, American Riichi Mahjong League. This is the first round, and this is the second ever game that I've played in. So, how it works, if you want to, take a look at it yourself, you can. But basically, long story short, um, I'm in a group of players, Pool D, and basically the top three people are guaranteed to be in the A1 league, which is the highest league. Um, and then the next two are put in a playoffs for the borderline to fight for the borderline. Um, then the next two will be placed in A2. The next two will be, put into playoff. Basically, like depending on where you place in the pool stage, that's where you'll be placed in your initial league, your initial group for the league. So that's how it works. Obviously, you I'm aiming for the top league because why settle for anything else, right? So top three guaranteed out of 21 people in this pool. All right, so it's just cumulative score, sort of like round robin format. I'll end up playing against everyone. And yeah, that'll be for the next like 3 months or something like that, or maybe not 3 months, but yeah, every week I'll be playing. Every 2 weeks I'll be playing a new set of people. So this is the second game, um, in which I'm playing against Pint, Ichiban, and Point, and it's just easier to say their in-game names because I don't have their. I would have to constantly look to see what their real names are, so I'm just gonna say their in-game names for ease of reviewing. So yeah,
Do you personally know any of them?
do I personally know any of them? No, I actually don't know anyone in this league except Claire, who I also haven't met in person.
Uh, can you give a quick overview of the format?
The format, like the rule set and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay, so the rule set is basically WRC rule set with a few changes. So WRC rule set, but there is multiple ron, there is Kazoe Yakuman, and there is a sliding Uma. And so I will explain that right now. Typically, WRC Uma is 15-5, no Oka. And for this, and so for +2, -2, meaning two players above 30,000, two players below 30,000, that's still the case, 15-5. All right. However, if there are three players above 30K, one player below, then it becomes 9, 5, 1, -15. So 9, 5, 1, -15. And then the opposite for one above, three below. 15, -1, -5, -9. All right. So it's a little bit interesting because it's not the same, right? For 2-2, there's a difference of 20, 15-5, right? And then the other cases, there's a difference of 15.
I wish I wish they explained why they designed it this way.
Yeah, so something that I did realize, or I guess realize, I don't know, while I was playing was that, hey, if I'm first, it actually, or like if I'm third, let's say, um, there's actually no point in me, uh, like the 2-2 case and the 1-3 case, two and two above, two below, and one above, three below is the same. I'm still -5 for third place. Same for second place with 2-2 and 3-1. I'm still +5 if I'm second. But it might hurt other people. So there's still that. Kind of small. I mean, the UMA is pretty small, so it doesn't matter too much. Obviously, just get more points is at the end of the day probably just the best, right? A high second is probably still better than low first in most cases, just due to the small UMA. But anyways, that's sort of the small considerations that I had to also think about. Any other questions?
Yeah. I well, not a question, but talking more about the sliding UMA, I don't think they designed it that well. It's like sliding UMA exists, but I think they kind of went off the or went away from the norm for that. So it's kind of uh not as interesting as it would normally be. So your consideration of, oh yeah, like third is the same, like regardless of what third it is, if it's minus. So you don't have to worry about it as much. It's mainly just get as many points as you can. Hopefully you're above 30K.
Yeah.
When is the sliding UMA interesting then?
Yeah, when you say normally, like, what does that mean?
So normally the sliding UMA is the same amount of points on either side, regardless of how many people are above or below. So as you mentioned, if it's two above, two below, it's 20 points on either side. But for any other case, it's only 15 points on either side. So having a sliding UMA where the points are the same regardless, it gives first place something to do, even like if they're a safe first place, like if they can knock everyone below, they get more points from the UMA. Or
Right.
if the player in fourth has like no way of catching up, they can still drag down second and then lose less points from the UMA.
Yeah, but in this case, if you're first, and it's 2-2 versus 1-3, it's still the same plus 15. Exactly.
Yeah. You're just hurting the other players, which I mean is beneficial to you, but it would be better if you just got more points. Like this is gonna be kind of it's less, it gives you less of an impact in the pool where you're only hurting like one other player by dropping them instead of gaining extra points yourself against all the other players in the pool.
That's a good way of putting it. Okay. So I guess without further ado, we can get started with this game. Dora is 4-pin, starting out one of each wind, pair of Hatsu and one Haku. I decided to do none first, in sequential order, so if Shao or Pei gets pawned away, then my draw comes faster. I skip people's turns.
Are you gonna call the Hatsu at this point?
That's a good question. I think well wait, you're talking about at this point?
Like from the first turn.
From the first turn? I mean, I only have 2 other blocks. So I probably Oh, also it's again it's WRC, so it's Akanashi. I probably would not call the first one as soon as it came out because it's just kind of slow. Obviously calling would allow me to call other things like the 6-0, which would speed up my hand, but it's just Hatsu only, so I think it's just better to see how things play out.
You think you can? Never mind.
Do you think it's better to call?
I would call pretty much anything. Like I would call that 2-pin.
You would call that 2-pin.
Yeah, like how are you gonna win this hand without calling?
Yeah, that's the thing, right? I might not, which is why I wouldn't.
I don't know. I'm super greedy, and I mean you have a bunch of safe-ish tiles for later, so I'm not worried about safety. And it's your dealer, so kind of want to win.
Yeah, I think I do call this though.
Boom.
But that's just because now I have an additional block with that 7-mon draw. So now I definitely will call 2-pin, obviously, but Interesting. So you would just call 2-pin just so you can advance your hand and move forward.
Well, I think
Those
you
are the
can
same
think of
thing.
the logic more like this, right? If you can't win the hand without like reaching and then probably you have to win it Riichi.
You didn't want to call a 7-mon?
No.
Okay, I'll let Bryant finish his point.
Yeah,
but
yeah. So like if you don't think you can get to Riichi and win the hand,
Yeah.
then the next is like, do you call to open or do you just like fold his hand from the start?
Right.
And that's kind of like, well, number one, like getting to Riichi first with that hand, unlikely. And number three, are you really just gonna fold your dealer like East one, man? Like, come on.
Yeah.
So then the only thing left to do is actually call.
Okay.
And then if you have to call, you might as well just call earlier. It doesn't really matter that hard, at least.
Okay.
yeah, like you're gonna need the Hatsu anyway, right?
Right.
So, and after you call the Hatsu, you're gonna call other stuff, right?
Hmm.
So you might as well call the other stuff first, and then when the Hatsu comes out, it comes out.
Okay. Yeah, I think the way Bryant put it is pretty good. Okay, the 7-mon?
Yeah.
I mean, just be no pair?
Calling your pair increases your tile acceptance by a lot, and you can still move towards Toy Toy.
Wait, I did not consider Toy Toy was a possibility here.
You gotta make that 77 take all their points.
What? It increases my acceptance by a lot because I can then pair up any of those tiles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like this Chi is kind of sad because it's like now you're Hatsu only, and you can't really do anything.
Hmm.
Like, I mean, you still take it because it's Tenpai, but any reason you chose to cut the 9-so instead of the 5-so?
Yeah, in case I draw a 4-so, then I can upgrade to a Diaoan. That's pretty much the only reason.
I wonder if these guys are scared to throw Pinzu or something.
I think they are. Yeah, I think they are. And I noticed that.
I think that's wrong for them.
Yeah,
to be
with all
scared.
the G high cut early on.
And
before the call.
the 9-so last Tadashi.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I know that. I know that they probably don't know that.
Okay.
So it's something that I observe, right? Because you wanna observe. I don't know any of these players.
Yeah, no. I like how you thinking. That's important in a tournament setting.
I think it's important information. And then as soon as I discarded Dora, I saw other two people follow, right? So, but then this pawn happened, and I was like, oh, interesting.
Nice.
So actually, I was thinking before I continue on that this is Hatsu only 1500, right?
Yeah.
So if I am Tenpai, that's 3000.
Yeah.
So if I think everyone else is no 10, I'm not gonna take 1500. I would rather take 3000. Is what I was thinking, but this person pwned, and so if two people are Tenpai, then it's also 1500. So that's why I just roamed.
No, that's very good. That's very good.
That's the correct line of reasoning. Bravo.
Okay, I didn't.
Were they Tenpai?
I don't.
They kind of better be, man.
They
Okay,
were.
they were.
Yeah.
Okay.
They kind of better be.
If they weren't, that would be not a good play.
That's true.
Just giving me an extra draw. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that was my reasoning, and I thought about that.
Wait, don't. Oh.
What? I'll reset it so this is correct. Whoops. Hold on. There we go.
Oh, this is pretty advanced. We got some technology over here.
Okay, anyways, moving on. Oops. I'll go slower. Dora's Hatsu.
I
So
mean, this is. Oh, go on.
sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say this is like pretty clear Tonpin, right?
Yeah. I was gonna say, 5 blocks. And here I draw 8-pin. Or 8-so, sorry. And
Yep.
I mean, do I
Are
do
you-
something? Hold on, do I do something weird? No, I don't do anything weird. I'll get to it when I get to it, I guess. Is what I was thinking when I throw Ton. Okay, so here, Sanshoku is a possibility. Ipeiko is a possibility.
Mhm.
And I have 6 blocks. Right?
You have enough blocks, yeah.
Yeah, I have 6 blocks. And so either I lock my pair by throwing 4-pin and play 6 blocks, or I get rid of 3-4 because it's overlapping with 6-7.
Which one do you think is more important?
I just think 3-4 is probably better.
Why is that?
Why is that?
I mean, there's merits to both, of course.
Yeah,
Oh, also, if you cut 7/8, so you guarantee Tanyo.
oh, that's true. Yeah, that is true. But I also wanted to keep Ipeiko open, which is why I didn't consider throwing any of the Sozus.
I mean, you probably shouldn't cut 7/8. So
Yeah.
It's too hot.
there's like other reasons. But first, what are the merits behind cutting 3-4
Or the merits of cutting 3-4 is that it overlaps with 6-7, right? So I can accept 5 either way. So 3-4 in that sense, it only allows me to accept 2 That's one. And then even if I kept it, I would have to throw some other Daomon. And then I would lose Sanshoku. Right.
Well, I mean, the only other option is 4-pin, right, to confirm your pair.
But yeah.
So what's the benefit of keeping 4-pin?
The benefit of keeping 4-pin. Oops, sorry. I guess, Ryan, we can hear your crinkling.
My bad.
The benefit of keeping 4-pin, it's to fill in the 3-4.
But that's your pair.
Yeah, but that's my pair.
There is a benefit, but what is it?
Of keeping 4-pin?
Yeah.
Sensei, I need a hint.
Long connected shape.
That's not really it.
No. Okay.
Can you give us a hint? Is it on the left or the right?
I mean, it's just efficiency, right?
It's for the future development of the hand.
Future development of the hand.
Yeah.
Are you?
Should I just tell you?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you cut 4-pin, then you're, like you said, you'll be 6 blocks, but you'll have to cut a Yeonman later anyway.
Yeah.
Cutting 3-4 and keeping the 4-pin means that if you develop another pair somewhere else, so like if you pair up 6-7 or 6-7 pin, or you draw like a 7-so or even 5-so, and then you can move to like 5, 6, 7 Sanshoku instead. You know, anything like that. Then your 3-4 pin becomes the Onmen again, and you have that option between the Onmen later.
Wow.
Okay. So basically, for the option of using some other pair later, for the option
Yeah.
of pairing something else up later.
Yeah, and like even if you draw like 2 pin first, while cutting 3-4 mon, and then you end up cutting 3 pin, and then you need a pair somewhere else, you have the connected shape in Sozu. So like you could draw 7-so to be your to be a Onko or your pair, or you could wait on 5-8-so or something.
Mhm.
Like you have the option to develop this hand, so keeping it 5 blocks with that pair with the extra tile next to it to maybe turn it into a Yonman later. Like you're not going to be in trouble if you lose your pair here.
I'm not gonna be in trouble if I lose my pair, like with the
Yes,
3-pin pair.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like if you didn't have any, like if all your Yonmen were like all on their own, and then you kept the 4 pin and you draw 2 pin, and you're like, well, I don't have a pair anymore.
Right.
You might end up on a Tonki, and that'd be kind of bad.
Hmm.
But with the connected shapes here, you won't end up on a Tonki.
Okay. Yeah, I see that. Okay. Cool.
So yeah, that's also why you shouldn't break up 7-8-so.
Because of potentially using something there for my pair.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so Kami charges through Dora. And I decide to lock it here.
I don't think that's well, yeah, I don't think that's good.
You would just
You
throw
should
Dora.
you should cut the Dora while you're sure no one can call it.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, if you draw like 2 pin first, then you could have the 5-8-so final weight for 5, 6, 7 Sanshoku, especially since you drew 5 mon.
Right. Okay.
Pom.
Are you gonna call Hatsu if it comes out?
Pom.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I think that's good.
Okay.
And again, part of that is because you have this connected Sozu shape, so you were less likely to end up on a Tonki, but you ended up on a Tonki.
Chi.
Why did you cut? Why did you not cut 7 for knockout?
I mean, 7 pin's also Suji, but like it hardly matters.
Yeah, I don't know if it mattered or not. Does it?
Like if the other players are worried that your last discard, either 6 or 7 pin, is your Tenpai discard, then tiles around it will be dangerous regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, it at this level, I don't think it matters that much. 7 pin's probably a little better to wait on.
Okay.
Okay.
Chi.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
interesting choice.
Hope you picked the right one.
Why would you do this?
Yeah, I realized afterwards that I shouldn't have done this.
Oh my god! Like normally this would be good, but the 9-so's dead, so that's bad.
Yeah. I realized. But it's okay.
Sumo.
Never punish.
Never
punish.
Never punish.
You know, just
What can I say? When you're good, you're good.
What
oh,
do you
this
do
is an interesting. Hold on. Do I actually do what I think I do?
here? I'm worried.
Oh.
Okay, good. That's correct.
Okay. That's correct.
Well, why would you keep 3-pin?
3-6 Nobetan, so I can do 1-2-3 Sanshoku.
The 3-6 is like half dead.
Yeah.
And at least you didn't switch it out with the 6-pin. That would have been worse. This one, oh,
Interesting.
why?
I was thinking, okay, the 1-1. Oh shoot. I remember this hand. Oh no. Something's coming. But anyways, we'll get to that when we get to that. So I was thinking this is 6 blocks. I'm reading it like this: 1-3-3, and then 7-9, and then 1-1 as my pair, 2-3-4-5-6 Samenchan, and then 1-2-so. And so if I'm reading it like that, 6 blocks, then the weakest one is 1-2-so. Is that an okay way to read it?
I mean, you're kind of going back to Shanten there.
Yes.
I don't think that's an okay to read it.
Okay.
Going back a Shanten for 5 blocks.
And like giving up on making any value. Like if you're going back a Shanten because this is very bad shape, no value, Shanten. But if you went back a Shanten by like cutting 3-mon or something to maybe get Sanshoku, I'd be like, okay, that's acceptable. But I don't know about this.
Wait, but if I cut 3-mon, then I would have to get another 1-pin, right, for Sanshoku?
I mean, you wouldn't necessarily have to. It like the shape could change. Like you could pair up 7-mon or something.
Yeah.
I mean that was the way you would get Sanshoku before, and it's still available after you cut 3-mon.
But keeping 3-pin and then cutting 3-mon at that point is bad. Because there's no 3-6s.
Like that, it's not like it's not awful, but like yeah, the Nobetan that you can already see 4 of is kind of not even worth it.
Okay.
Like it's Akanashi, right? You want to look for ways to make value. You don't want to Riichi like bad shape, no value.
Okay.
I mean, as dealer, it might be kind of okay, but it's like you still want to make value somewhere, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no.
I misclicked. All right.
Oh, likely story.
No, I misclicked. Okay.
Yes.
It was right next to the
Made
1-mon.
This round.
What was that?
Made 2 really bad cuts this round. Bad cut.
It was right next to the 1-mon, misclicks happen.
See, if this was real life, you would have no 10 reach.
I would have no 10 reach.
7-mon.
No, actually, you probably reached the right one.
Has anyone no 10 reached in League?
In the last league that we had,
Any league?
yeah, it's happened. I think.
Yeah, it has.
I would have summoned. Anyways, 3,000 points.
Ugh.
Nice
The meme continues.
value.
봄,
You're lucky you weren't punished.
His calling card.
So like you're just cutting G high like normally, but what's the plan for this hand?
The plan is I'm not gonna win this hand.
So then shouldn't you keep the G high?
Yes.
What a concept.
Now the plan is Cheetoy.
Okay. In which case you could have kept the G high.
So now I keep the G high.
Yeah, like do you want to go back to the starting hand?
Okay, sure.
Yeah, like this is you have like 3 blocks and they're all bad, and like your floating tiles are kind of okay-ish. They're not like the you just have like a 5 mon, but like you want to use the 1 mon because it's Dora, and like an 8 peen is like whatever. And 5 so overlaps with the 8 so like this hand is just bad.
Right.
So you
Don't throw
shouldn't
G high.
expect.
Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, you shouldn't be able to expect to Riichi this hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's Cheetoy, because like you have 2 pairs and no good shapes. So if you're planning on folding, you should hold G high for later, and if you're planning on Cheetoy, you should hold G high for later.
Yeah.
So you really shouldn't cut any G high from this hand.
Okay.
If you maybe want to make a real hand, like a normal hand, you can like just cut 8 peen or something. Like you won't lose that much. You could cut your Penchon, but like you might miraculously draw 1, 2, 3 Sanshoku or something.
Okay.
Like you mainly like if you miss out on bad shape Riichi Nomi with no value, that's not really a big deal, right? You just don't want to miss out on any valuable hands.
Right. Yeah.
So just don't cut anything that gives you the chance to make a valuable hand. And Cheetoy is included there.
Okay.
봄,
Okay, we're on the like 7th turn.
Yeah, it was after the second pay was cut.
Are how much like how much attention are you paying to Kamicha?
Paying I think I am paying attention to them. But I don't know if I remembered like that 753 were all Tadashi. I don't remember if I noticed that.
I mean, the 7 is whatever. You should at least pay attention to the 5, right? Because they cut a 7 immediately before it. So it's like, wait, was the 5 Tadashi? Oh, it was. That means they cut a Kanchan.
Mm-hmm.
And then they cut a 3 so immediately after it's like, oh, they cut a Yankan.
Yeah.
And then it's like, wait, that's weird. They cut 2 so earlier, but oh, maybe they just drew the 3 so after. Maybe they had 5, 7, they cut the 2, and then they drew the 3 or
Right.
something like that.
Yeah.
So like
I don't remember how much I was paying attention to the discards there. But I was paying attention somewhat, I think.
So
I should be.
With your with the somewhat attention that you paid, what were you thinking?
I was thinking, wow, looks like Monzo are pretty expensive on the board, aren't they?
Okay, that's adequate.
Do I continue?
Yeah, I mean, like, there's no sign that they're Tenbai. You might as well just keep throwing Monzu.
Yeah.
Dong.
Nice.
Close to the Dora. Probably shouldn't have thrown it.
Yeah, like you're like if they were Manzu at this point, because the start of the third row they Tsumogiri the Chun.
Yeah.
So like you might want to pay a little bit more attention to them.
I didn't think it was Manzu Honitsu, but I mean, it's not unlikely that they're waiting on Manzu. So probably shouldn't have thrown anything near the Dora. Or
If you were
no Manzus. Period.
like if you were watching like Tadashi Tsumogiri, at least the ones I mentioned, like 5-so, 3-so,
Yeah.
if they're not Manzu Honitsu, that means they should be pretty close to Tenpai, if not Tenpai.
Okay.
Because they broke up at the Yankan, right?
Wait, if they break up a Ryankan, that means that they're Tenpai immediately?
No, that means they were choosing blocks.
Oh,
And
right.
if you're
Yeah.
So if you're choosing between blocks, that means you're at least Ishanten, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So it's possible that they were Tenpai, especially since there was one more Tadashi.
Yeah. Mhm.
And so with this hand that you probably shouldn't expect to even get Tenpai, maybe you shouldn't throw anything too dangerous
Yeah.
in the third row. Like 4-so, it looks like pretty safe. So
Yeah.
4-so is fine, but like you said, 2 mons near the Dora.
Yeah.
Maybe you should cut
9. So if
like
I want to
9-so.
continue, yeah. If I wanted
Yeah.
to continue. Okay.
But 2,000's small price to pay. Didn't get punished
Oh.
that much.
I, wanted to move the round. So, just
no.
What's going on? Oh.
Why cut the tone?
yeah,
It's not-
why cut the
it's not
tone?
boys.
Pom.
Do you think you can get both Itsus?
Sanshoku Itsu.
No, I mean, do I think I can get Itsu? It's possible, yeah.
No, I mean,
You should, yeah.
I was joking because I thought you wanted Itsu in the Sozu.
What?
That's why you kept the 1-so.
I mean, at this point, right? 1-so or 9-so. I mean, 1-so looks better because 789 Sanshoku is a very small possibility, I guess. But yeah, 1-so is totally fine to cut.
Mm-hmm. And like your Sozu block is bad, so if you pair up the tone, like you could get Pinzu Honitsu.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I would need one more Pinzu block or one more.
Yeah, but
No.
all your Pinzu are connected, so it's very easy to make more blocks if you just draw any Pinzu.
Okay.
Pom.
Oh, you didn't want to chi for Itsu?
Wait, what?
7 Munchie.
Oh. But then I would have to wait only on one pin.
Yeah. I mean, normally you don't, but I think given the board, it is not unreasonable
Oh,
to chi for the 1 pin wait for Itsu.
right, because then otherwise I would have to get I would have to end up on 7 mon penchon anyways.
I meant more it's like that everyone will cut 1 pin if they draw it.
Ah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
But this development for the hand is good. So this is even better.
Eat.
Nice.
Yeah, like normally you don't make that call on this board against 2 calls. I think you can.
Right.
But like
Kang.
not calling is totally normal. They pushed 5 pin.
Riichi.
Are you like paying attention to what these people are doing after Riichi? After you reach,
I think yes.
you think?
I'm pretty sure I do. I mean, I wasn't doing anything else. I wasn't distracted or anything. I was just
So
watching the game.
you're not browsing. You're not browsing Twitter or something.
I'm not browsing Reddit while I'm playing. I
Okay.
don't even have music playing while I'm playing. I'm just the game.
In the zone.
I'm in the zone. Auto zone. Not sponsored.
Auto-zone.
Yeah.
SpawnCon.
Yeah. So that's good because like you mentioned earlier, it's good to know like how the other players react.
Yeah.
So if you reach it, like you have nothing else to do but just watch how they react. So you should absolutely be using that time to just see what they're doing.
Yeah. So I noticed the push.
Mm-hmm.
You noticed that your winning tile came out.
Don't.
Yes, I did. Noticed it was Takame as well.
It's WRC no Toby.
There is no Topi, that's correct.
Oh, I still need 3.
Yeah.
Why are you holding this Hatsu?
I think I throw it right now. No, I don't.
Oh man, you like the
What?
Hatsu.
Why am I holding
So-
the Hatsu?
Yeah, like I mean, like
Are
why?
you thinking about the Honitsus here?
I mean, if
Surely
I thought
not.
about Honitsu, I would keep the tone, right? Wait.
And you would also keep the pay.
I think it's just yet another safe tile.
But is the Hatsu safer than the non? Or the pay?
And it's also
not.
something that I can call. But now I have enough blocks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I still don't. It's also another block.
I mean, it's totally fine to keep the Hatsu here. You just have to have a reason for it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just another block. Possibly. Also I mean, preventing other people from calling is also always a thing.
Always.
Oh, nice.
It's always a thing that it's always a reason why
But why didn't you articulate it then?
I keep it.
You know, it goes without saying, since it's always the hit thing.
No. It's not always.
It's not always the thing.
I guess
Sometimes you
not.
want people to call.
Do I actually? No, I don't. Okay.
Come.
Move towards Chinitsu. I mean, it wouldn't be bad. Chinitsu's expensive.
You're not gonna get your 7-pin.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, there's
I'm
already
looking
two.
at
There's already
play
two
like-
Shaws out, so I'm like, well, okay.
Oh, this is
Riichi.
a little spicy.
Nice.
Tanya 1000.
You didn't want to try the one chance.
I'm first.
Three-mon was Three-mon not safe?
Three mon was safe. But I mean, Shimochan might need it. Right?
I don't know. Discord's being blurry. It's hard for me to see.
Like,
the
are
time.
you not supposed to take Tenpai here?
Wait, what? I can be Tenbai with this 3-pin?
Yeah, with the 1 pin.
Here, yeah, you're Tenpai here.
I don't think it's necessary. 3-mon might deal in to Shimocha. Who knows?
What? I can't see Shimocha's river.
Yeah, it's too blurry.
Oh, okay. Let me reshare on Discord. How about now?
Still blurry.
Blurry.
Okay, well, that's Discord's problem. Uh,
What's the first Manzu he got?
Tumon?
Tumon?
Okay.
Yeah, I just didn't feel like it was like
What did
necessary.
Toyman just cut?
Toyman just cut 8 mon.
Oh, okay.
They threw 8 mon right after Shimocha cut 8 mon.
Does Shimocha look like they're still pushing?
I mean, they cut 2 pin and then 4 pin, which I don't know, both Tadashi, which I don't know if I noticed that they were both Tadashi, but so probably not at this point. If I'm looking at it based on the knowledge I know now, it looks like they're probably folding, but
Yeah, if you think that Shimocha's folding, you should take Tenpai.
okay. But if I was probably thinking that they weren't folding, or that they still might also be Tenpai, or at least needing the 3 mon.
I mean, so if you let them call it, so what? You still get points.
Okay. Okay. Is it still really blurry?
Yeah. Is someone's internet not great?
Discord's been having issues supposedly today.
Oh, now it's good again. Who left?
Nikki did.
Oh,
It's fixed.
it's fixed. All right, cool.
It's fixed enough.
Okay, just take K10, or just take tempo. Or yeah,
It is K10.
yeah, it is K10. Okay, moving on.
What's the plan for this hand?
Riichi.
With this shape and no value?
Yep.
No,
Wait.
Not a good plan.
Yeah, I should probably introduce you to this thing called Riichi Book 1.
Oh, I think I said something
Wait.
with plans in there.
Yeah, there's Akkas in there. None of it applies.
No, it
None
yeah.
of it applies.
Riichi Book 1 makes notes about how to play when there's no Akka. It was made for Europeans after all, for EMA.
Well, what's Riichi Book 1's vision?
Just don't Riichi bad weight, no value.
Well, you're not dealer, and you're in first.
I mean, it doesn't say while you're in first, but yeah, while you're not dealer. And he is certainly not dealer this Kyoku.
Okay.
All right. Let's see that. Never punished again. We'll see this.
I've been meaning to ask about that. When your hand is
Boom.
that hopeless, like, how do you mentally prepare yourself for it?
Mentally prepare yourself. I mean,
Like, you want to win as many hands as possible, but like, it's like goes against that.
it shouldn't. See, I think wanting to win as many hands as possible is the problem in and of itself.
Yeah.
Like in Mahjong, you're gonna not win most of your hands, and so you should accept that not winning your hand is the normal result of any Kyoku, and that winning is the exception.
And
of
I
course-
could totally get on board with that as a former poker player. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes I make mistakes because I try to win every hand for whatever reason. I don't know why. It's very irrational, but it still happens.
I mean, yeah, you should like. It's usually not a good idea to totally abandon any hope of winning. For like most Kyoku. Like for some Kyoku, it's like you don't need to win this hand, like you're in no danger, don't take any risk. Fine, just don't even bother winning this hand. But most of the time, even with a hand like as bad as the one for this Kyoku, like there's the shape is bad, there's no value. Like you might not even get to Tenpai. It's still okay to advance the hand like mostly normally, but if you're gonna end up with a shape that you're not comfortable declaring Riichi with, then you shouldn't end up on that shape at all. You should take a step backwards earlier in the hand to make sure that you don't end up with a shape that you're not comfortable fighting with.
Hmm.
So, especially in Akanashi, that means looking for value somewhere. Even if the shape is bad, as long as you have value, it's totally fine, right? If you're Tenpai for 52 or 8,000, you don't mind pushing against someone else who's also Tenpai. In most cases. So with a hand like this, I'm not gonna say you should force Chanta because the door is 5 pin and you have a 4 pin, but like you should maybe consider Junchan or Chanta or maybe 789 Sanshoku or both.
Okay.
Maybe Sozu Itsu, like that one's a little more shaky, I think, because it's gonna be hard to complete everything there. And you're also like leaving multiple bad shapes and dangerous tiles in your hand. I would look a little more for Chanta with this, I think.
See,
Alright.
Aaron, you can rebut his statement and go with your original plan by saying, "Look, I accept all the
Except
uh,
except all the what?
just as fast as any of those Yakus,
Wait, sorry, you cut out when you say except all what?
the Akas."
No, there's no.
See,
Okay.
in Akaadi, you don't look at Chanta at all. You're just like, okay, this is Riichi, Aka 3.
Like seriously, like if this is you should definitely be looking at Chanta
Okay.
in Akanashi, but maybe not here even.
Maybe not here even. So what would you do?
What? Where?
You said don't even look at Chanta here?
Yeah.
Or
Then you got Naiso.
and just what? Go for Reach No Mi?
It's a pass his hand with Akas.
I mean, what about if you're not playing with Akas?
Oh,
Like in this situation.
gets 4-pin
I wouldn't cut 4-pin.
because it's next to Dora.
Yeah, like if you pair up the Dora, or not pair up the, if you draw the Dora, then like this hand becomes significantly better because you have value somewhere.
So
I-
is there a difference
Oh.
between 4-0 and 6-0 then?
I mean, yes, because if you cut 4-so and you draw 7-so, like it lets you have a Yanmen if you don't make Chanta.
Okay.
So what's the threshold for value and giving up with a hand like this?
What do you mean?
Okay, so you have a bad starting hand. Like, is it after a first row of no improvement? Do you give up?
I think you would give up when there's a clear like sign of danger. Or like if you're gonna give up in the or after the first row, like sometime in the second row, it would be if there's a clear sign of danger. But if you're still like down Shanten going into the third row, then you should either call for K10 if you can do so safely, or just give up completely. Hands like this that are just bad, you like the main outcome will probably be that you just don't win the hand. So if you miss out on like winning cheap hands, it's not a problem. You just don't want to miss out on the chance to win an expensive hand.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why instead of just going straight for efficiency, even though it's going to be cheap, you build for value with the expectation that you're not going to win anyway.
Mm. Makes sense.
So
Good
yeah,
answer.
I'd probably cut 4. So
Oops.
Oh, new hand.
excuse me.
He didn't like the hand. He asked for a reshuffle.
No, I meant the 2 pin cut.
Wait, what?
Want 3, 4, 5 Sanshoku, huh?
You could still get 2, 3, 4 Sanshoku.
Oh wait, no, I think I DC'd. I
Oh, is
DC'd.
this-
Yeah, I
is this a
DC'd.
thing? Is this it? Oh,
Yeah. I remember typing in Discord chat. I was like, wait, I think I DC'd, or timed out, or one of the two.
don't DC.
And then
Don't run your microwave while you're playing tennis.
yeah, and I was like, wait a second, is there a pause? And they were like, no pause. And then I came back at right here with no more time left in my bank, and I'm like, oh shoot, my first discard, no.
Not gonna lie, I have like I can't run certain appliances simultaneously where I live.
Boom.
You should get a wired connection.
Just saying that's a legitimate concern.
It is.
So yeah, that's what happened. So yeah, I'm just going to, take my 1500.
Seems
Gee.
good.
Each.
Not reading enough. Didn't think that there's Akas.
The
Yeet.
5 pin Tadashi from the Chi is so sus, man. If they're paying attention, they'll be like, "Oh, he's 4-7 pin."
Wow, you missed.
I missed. I don't have any safe tiles, right? For both of them.
Yeah? No, you do not.
I do not, so I just push.
Long.
Like
Seems fine.
15, man, but it's really 35.
But it's 35.
Value.
Really 35.
That's big in Akanashi. You also put 2 of the players in despair, so that was good.
Sets a bow.
What's this one so doing for us?
I just thought that if there was a chance that I got 1, 2, 3, then I could go 1, 2, 3. But then I was like, oh, okay, never mind.
Boom. Chi.
Oh. This is an interesting call.
Boom.
Do you want to walk us through it? Why are you
Gee.
laughing?
It's a good call.
It's a Hatsudora.
Is that all it is?
Sorry?
Could be Sanshoku Dora.
Sanshoku.
Yeah.
Sanshoku Dora. Yeah.
If you get the
Sanshoku Hatsudora.
Wait.
No.
What?
No, what?
Sanshoku Dora, 3 Han. Hatsudora, 2 Han.
Chi.
Not if you
Wait,
call.
open?
Not if you call, yeah.
Hatsudora?
Sanshoku Dora can be open.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's two Han.
Yeah.
So if you have two Hans, you add them up.
Boom.
What? yeah. So I
Yeah,
can
they
still
give
go
birth.
Sanshoku is what I'm saying.
So why didn't you say that before?
Chi.
Oh,
What is this move?
what is this?
Why'd you cut? I mean, it's
Oh.
not the worst. I don't know about that though.
That's I don't like it.
Wait, what
Boom.
would you do instead?
Are you scared of Toyman?
You would go Tanki?
You wouldn't
You
go
can
down.
switch it up.
Yeah, you can get another
Obaton?
2-pin and then another, 5-pin, Aka 5-pin, 12,000.
Can you stop
Like, is it-
talking about Akkas when there's no Akkas in this?
No, 2 pins. 2 pins door.
I know. Bryant was like,
All right.
Are you
are you-
scared of Toyman?
no.
Then why don't you cut Sozu?
I'm just.
Because there's 2 3-sos out.
I know, but I'm just scared of Donkey.
What does that mean?
リーチ
Look, you missed.
You're right. Donkey's just better.
Yes.
Bad boy. What you gonna do?
Okay, so what am I gonna do? That's a good question. Neither 4-so nor 6-so is safe. But he did throw 8-so. Which doesn't mean much, I guess. I don't think it does.
I mean, the 8-so being pwned means something.
Yeah, the 8-so being pwned means it's not less likely that it's 7-8. So, like he would have to have less. It's one chance on that side. So there's that. I'm also 40-10 if I throw 6-so. And so because they're both not safe in my eyes, I choose the one that gets me out of 40-10.
See, I think this is normally the correct play, but Tumon looks pretty safe.
Tumon looks pretty safe.
Yeah.
I was looking at Tumon, but I wasn't convinced that it's pretty safe.
I talked about this in a prior Paifu review, but the Urasugi to the Riichi tile is less likely to deal into a normal Beyond Men.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So like they cut 1 mon earlier, and then they cut 3 mon Tsumogiri,
Mm-hmm.
and then they cut 6 mon Tadashi for the Riichi, right?
So it's less likely that it's 2-5?
Yeah, like why would they have 3-4 mon and then they cut the 3 mon Tsumogiri and they have the 6 later?
So like if they had 3-4-6, why would they cut 3 mon? Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if they had 3-3-4-6.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
if this, let's say this 3 wasn't there, then would that still be the case? That it's less likely that it's 3-4 waiting on 2-5?
It's still less likely.
Because why would they hold the 6 for that long?
Yeah, like you would have to consider why would they hold the 6 if they had 3-4. Why would they have the 6? Like, could it be for upper Manzu?
Yeah, probably for some other block, right? That
Or
Yeah,
even
but then-
like Sanchoku or something.
Sanshoku or something like 4-5-6.
4, 5, 6, and then
They
maybe
cut
did
5
some
pin
other
kind of
block.
early though. I was thinking more like complex shapes, like 3-4-4, 5-6-6, which has a chance for Ipeko if they get another 5. But then if they're waiting on, or if that's the last unfinished shape, then they cut the 6 for the 2-5 mon the men. But that's less likely because you can see 3 of the 6 mon.
Okay. So basically, you're saying, in this case, the Urasugi for the Reach Tile 6 mon, 2-5 mon, is safer because unless the 6 mon was related to some other Monzus around there, which it doesn't look like it, 2-5 shouldn't. It's unlikely that it's going to be a 3-4. Wait.
Yeah, it's unlikely it's going to be a normal Beyond Men, so it's less
Normal.
likely to deal in than normal. So since 4 and 6 are both very dangerous, and like you really can't cut Pinzu either, I would cut the pair of Tumon.
Okay.
Because like you're way in the lead, you don't want to, lose a bunch of points. Not that their hands look expensive, but like why risk it?
Okay.
Huh, okay.
Please tell me I fold. Please tell me I fold.
Okay.
Well, 5 pin is technically Gembutsu for Kamicha.
Yeah, I'm talking about this one.
No, I still think you should have cut Forso last turn because Shimocha, you don't know. Like they're pushing. I mean, 1 pin is also pretty fine.
Wrong.
Oh my goodness. Never play.
Value.
Do you want to go back and see what Kamicha's hand was?
Con 6 pin.
Oh,
Con 6 pin.
Zen says he's unable to get into the Paifu channel.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Might be something on his end.
No, I mean, did we ever make him in online?
I think so.
It's just permission for the club member role, right?
Yeah.
He is not a club member.
What? I thought I
Exactly.
made it a club. Okay, let me do that real
He
quick.
only has
Alright.
qualifier. Okay. Now he is.
There. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Where were we? We were talking about
Their hand.
their hand is con 6 pin. Yeah.
Yeah, so the 6 mon, it looks, if I had to guess, I'd say they picked up 4 mon for Tenpai. Oh, they already, why were they holding the 6? Wait, what?
Chi.
Oh my god.
Chi.
Wow.
Pom.
They held a random 6 mon and cut 9 pin? That seems
No
less
reads.
than ideal.
Hold on, you can't use reads here.
I think we were talking about that.
Just right before.
All right, no more reads. You can't use reads in ARML.
Not here at least.
All right, moving on.
But actually, I did want to talk a little bit more about like the cutting 4-6-0 from the last hand
4-6-0 at which point? Wait, this
when
one?
you drew 5 pin.
Pom. Chi. Pom. Chi.
When I drew
Boom.
5 pin. Yeah, I mean it's Genbutsu for Kamicha, Genbutsu for Toyman, half Suji for Shimocha.
You no, like you cut 4-0 because it's safe here. Like it's 100% safe.
Yeah.
And
And-
like because you don't need to risk cutting the 5 pin. And then 6-0 is also now very safe.
Because I see all the 4-0s and all the 8-0s.
Well, not all the 8-0, but
Yeah.
most.
Yeah.
Yeah. So instead of risking 5 pin against Shimocha with this 5-so Kanchan that like you probably don't even expect to win, it's safer to cut 4-so and then 6-so, and then if you pick up Pinzu, then you can get back to Tenpai.
Okay.
Reasonable?
Yeah, that makes sense. It's reasonable.
Okay, that's it.
Pom.
So what's the plan for this
Oh.
hand?
June, Dora.
Oh, not Dora 3.
Chi.
I leave the possibility open by cutting this Haku.
Okay, good. The real question for this is like, does his hand end up as 58 or as 12,000?
I mean,
It kind of plays itself.
more likely it's
Zero.
it's actually 0.
No, but this is good for you.
Yeah.
Moves my dealer.
And it took points from second and gave them to fourth.
Mhm.
Like you can keep them all under 30k, which again doesn't matter as much as it should, but if you're the only one gaining points from this table, that's good for you.
Right. Itsu is a possibility here. I have all my blocks, technically, if you want to see it that way.
No, I think that's wrong.
Yeah, and I think so too, which is why I don't cut 6-pin.
Okay, good.
Would you call pay?
That's kind of
Before I drew
Well,
that 8-mon. Before
you draw the 8-mon, I don't think you should. It's a little risky.
Okay, makes sense. But now I have a pair.
Now you have a pair, and if you call pay, you'll be the Yanmen, Ishanten. So yeah, you can call.
You can still call.
Why do you cut the 1-mon first?
Instead of 3-mon?
Yeah,
That's a good question. I don't know.
that's a bad answer.
I think I looked back at the replay, actually, like after this Hanchan ended, and I was like, I should have cut 3-mon here, huh?
Yes,
Yes.
because your shape is decided, right? Like you'd rather hold the safer tile.
Yeah, and I think
It is in the consequences of your own action.
I mean, he didn't really have to pay for the 3-mon passed.
I called Tabriki. Wait, that was Ipatsu's turn, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I called Tabriki Ipatsu. And then 3-mon was Suji.
Riichi.
And then I fold and then I deal in.
Reasonable. Very, very
That-
nice. That's
that's good
cheaper
for
than
you.
the K10.
Yes. Especially after the dealer Riichi, you should be like, oh, pro Sashi.
Yeah, Pro Sashi.
Here, do you pro?
Wow.
I hope you did the right play here.
Riichi.
Okay, very good.
For a moment, I thought that's a Riichi too.
Sumo.
All right, very good. Well played.
Zero mistakes.
Zero mistakes. The best hand you play so far.
Is it though? Probably.
I think so.
Yeah, I probably.
100%. Not even Naga can beat you.
No.
Not with that hand.
Wait.
What?
Chi.
So, like, what are the merits and demerits of cutting 3-pin here?
So okay, I'm weighing 3-pin versus 3-mon. That's what I was thinking when I paused here. The merits of keeping 3-pin is that it's close to the Dora. But I don't know if this is a sound argument, but I'm gonna say it because that's what I thought when I cut 3-pin here in this instance. I remember this is that because it's closer to the Dora, people might have tiles around the Dora, so it's gonna be slower.
I think that's reasonable.
It's reasonable.
I think that's correct. Yeah. 'Cause
Okay.
I was actually going to say that 3-pin being close to the Dora is a demerit in this situation because you only want to win any hand. Like, you don't need the value.
Right.
And yeah, like you don't want to wait around the Dora because it's less likely that you'll be able to win. The merit of keeping 3-pin is that it's the dealer's Gambutsu.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And then moving on to this cheat.
Chi.
at this point, right, 4-so is my only pair. And I have enough blocks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Technically, I have enough blocks.
Mhm.
And so I don't need this 3-mon.
Okay.
I'm trying to look for possible ways to improve the hand. But I mean, like, I could just chi anything.
It's harder to improve the hand the less tiles you have.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I just take what I can get, right?
Yeah.
Just...
Not so sure about that one.
Oh, you would cut 7? So?
Tonki? 7-so Tonki?
You would 7-so Tonki?
You can switch
Easier
your
to
Tonki.
improve.
It's easier. Okay. It's easier to switch around.
Stop being afraid of Tonkis.
Okay. Need to make Tonkis my friend.
See, you could have won so Tonki. Not that you necessarily should, but you could Sha Tonki here. That'd be great. You just won.
Would have won.
You missed a win.
I would have won.
No, but like you could have won here. But just yeah, it's way easier to improve a Tonki and also keep Tenpai if something bad happens.
Right. Right. And then I could have switched it to 6-9 here.
Yeah, I mean you probably would have won by
Nice.
now if you took a Tonki, but
Yeah.
Sumo.
Amazing.
Never punished.
It's not terrible, but I agree with you that Tonki was way better, and I will remember that next time.
yeah, Tonki, like yes, it's less tiles than like a Kanchan or a Penchan, but the fact that you can change it later makes it really strong if you're if you know what you're doing, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, most of the time you can just like pick up random Jihai Tonki or make a Nobitan or Adian Men or something, and it's totally fine.
Right.
But like you can also target tiles that you think will come out, or hold safe tiles like Dealer Gambutsu, and then if they Riichi or something bad happens, you can toss it to defend while keeping Tenpai. So having a Tonki way that you can switch around is very strong.
Yeah. Very versatile. All right. Well, that's gonna end the first Hanshan here that we reviewed for the ARML game. I'll end the recording now. Thanks for watching.